You guys, we are on day 10 of the 12 days of Stitchmas with Spellbinders. Just been having so much fun making my little ornaments. If you haven't seen my whole series, you know, I should make them a playlist. I'll do that. I'll link actually the playlist in the description box. I think that would be better because I've been linking just day 1 instead of having all these different links. So playlist link will be there for you guys. But we have day 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh so sweet, and 9, and today we're doing day 10. So initially this advent calendar was sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. Any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Thank you for using those if you would like to. I do have them for the US and the UK. Doesn't make it any different other than that Spellbinders knows you popped over from my video, and you know, the pricing is all the same. It doesn't increase the price or anything like that. I do get those questions. So it's just a way to get there, basically. So you still get your 10% off if you have that with Spellbinders. If there's a sale, the sale's still working, all that kind of stuff. I will say I've been pairing this with the Emerald Cut layering dies. I love these. They came out a couple months ago. I've used them in different videos, but we're using them all throughout this video. And the Stitch add-on kit that is exclusive to Spellbinders. So I've been using this guy for my threads and papers and the stamps and stuff like that. So we'll just get to it. It looks like 10 is going to be kind of easy to get into, hopefully. So we will see. So we have day 10. Oh yeah. And then we have a sneak peek on the cover here, our little door. Oh, I'm gonna bend this, guys. Sorry, I just don't want to keep tearing this. There we go. So it's a beautiful ornament. So I think it's just gonna have an inlay. Obviously, it's gonna have the other portion to make the ornament. So let's open this guy up. I totally ripped that. Oh, that makes me so sad. I know some of you had told me that you've already taken yours apart, kept the little flap with like your magnetic, maybe a sheet or however you were to store your dies, and then kept it with it. So I'll probably do that. I still have last year's, you know, just intact and everything's in there, and I just like to keep it that way, but I think I'm going to have to do something different. Okay, so let's look at the actual dies. A little more careful with that one. And here we go. Yep, just like I said, you have your inlay and then like the little topper bit. So let's check this out. It's a nice size. Oh, you know, while I'm here, I'll go ahead and grab day 1's little oopsie. The one's little oopsie? No. Hold on, let me put this over here. Day 5 slid down. I can see that came into day 11, so I'm going to have to slide that back out. There we go. Now let's put that back where it belongs. A little bit of that glue that's there. Okay, we'll grab day 1's little hanger. I have also linked the felt that I used. I really like that kit. It comes with very stiff felt. It has some glittery and like lame felt, and it also has a little bit of soft felt, but for this kind of project I use in a stiff felt. So, and right before I came on here, guys, I got a little cut, a little boo-boo. I don't really want to put a band-aid on it, but it doesn't look great right now, so we'll see. But we have a really nice size ornament, and this is going to be real easy because I'm just going to grab some beautiful felt and we're going to stitch it up with an inlay, with a background, and then, you know what, I'll run this through some silver because remember, I if you've been watching the videos, I found my gold lame, and I don't know why I couldn't find the silver one. It's in the bag, it's in the package. I just kept overlooking it. So we do have silver, so maybe I'll run that through silver today. Having said that, that probably means I'll use some like softer colors, and I know the last few cards have been made with those kinds of like wintry more type of colors, right? Like this one, and not that one, that one's more traditional, but this guy. But I feel like with the silver top, it needs to be silver colors. Maybe I'll do a darker blue. Oh yeah, let's do that. Okay, I haven't really done anything that's too deep in that way. So, okay, let me grab some felt. We'll make some choices, and I'll be right back. This one being an ornament, it already has its own hanger, really. So I don't know that we need to use this other guy. We'll see. Are they about the same size? Because maybe I'll reinforce it with this. It looks like the hole is exactly the same. So yeah, maybe we do pop this in between the layers and then glue this to this. That way it's just sturdier. Let's do that. Okay, so we have this guy. I was tucking away some of these other colors, and like I said, the silver lame, it's in here. It's right here. I just kept seeing the back of it, which is white, but it's right here. So I'm just going to get a little piece for the silver guy there. I'm going to choose some darker blue, I think. Let me just cut a little piece of this guy. Okay, for that. And when you run this through your machine, you're going to want a machine that has a lot of pressure, or that has a, I've been saying the same tip all along here, or that has a metal shim. Oh, that's a pretty blue, but I was thinking darker than that. I'm thinking like royal. Let's keep looking. And just cut into the metal shim if you do have one. If not, just again, a machine with tons of pressure. It might not cut all the way through, but then you're usually able to kind of go around with your scissors and still cut it a little, just a little more. Oh, I don't think I have a deeper blue. Oh, wait. Here we go. Okay. So it's really, really blue. Of course, blue and gold looks really lovely. So anyway, I'm going to cut one background piece and then another one with an inlay, at least. And I was going to say maybe 2 background pieces, because that would help us out. We will see. Oh, maybe I'll still cut it in blue. Okay. I'm thinking about this part when I sandwich in between. So let's do this outer one with the dark blue. And then underneath that, I'll choose another color to just run this through, you know, so we have a background color kind of peeking through. Maybe it'll be this lighter blue, or a light one. I'll be right back. Check this out. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. And they cut beautifully. I did go forward and back with this one just to make sure that all those little dots got cut, so there you go. Again, I haven't really taken the time to pop these guys out, and it's probably harder for you to see the design, so there's only a few. I can kind of maybe take a moment. What I've been doing is letting them fall out as I stitch. So I want to see what the design is. You can always look at the packaging. I see like there's this little circular kind of design in here. There are some lines here that either you can do back stitching, maybe you do French knots in there. There's this little guy here that you can also stitch up, but it looks like it has a center point, so again, it just kind of sprays out like this. This one sprays out like that. And then these little dots. So let's look at the package and see what they kind of showed. And honestly, I would have loved to make this one with gold. I'm assuming and hoping there's probably still another ornament, only because the packaging, if I look at it, I mean, we haven't seen ones that look like these, but maybe there's another where I would like to use gold. I probably should have gone with gold this one, to be honest, because I don't know. I just feel like I could have made that stand out a little more. But okay, so this one, they just have little holes. They didn't do anything. So maybe we do French knots in there, right? To be cute. And then they have the other stitching. So that's just a design option, because once you pair it up over this, and if you're, you know, making tons of these, maybe you don't want to do French knots, you just want to get them created, then you just have that little blue peeking out, right? Which is actually kind of nice. If I had thought that they had left spaces open, I would have maybe gone with a lighter color, because you can barely see the contrast in that. I know, especially on camera, it's very not super obvious. So something to think about. Should I go ahead and do that now? You know, I'm thinking with the blue, I was like, ooh, how about yellow or gold in the background would be really cute. But I have the silver top, so I want to stay with like those wintry colors. So I'm just talking about my design idea here. So anyway, and then I ran the little hanger through this same color, because I figure if we go ahead and bury it in between these layers, it still has the same kind of light color blue in the background if it happens to show, right? So there's that, and then you can imagine that's that, and that's it, guys. So very easy. Let me grab my stitch kit and I'll be right back. Of course I can grab embroidery floss from like my stash, but I'm trying to stick with what's in here. Again, we have the gold embroidery floss. Last year they had gold and silver. This year they're doing gold and white. So I mean, I can definitely stitch up with the white. It will really pop. You can do gold and white together at the same time. That would be really nice too. And then we have all these other ones. We have variegations of blue, which I don't think I've used yet. Have I used this one yet, guys? Maybe I did. I don't feel like I have. Let's go back and look real quick. Okay, that's the purple one. That's the purple one. That's the light blue. Light blue. Oh, you know what? We haven't used it. So yeah, let's go with this one, just to bring more of that blue out. So I'm going to pull a little length of that one. And I'm just going to also split it, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and split it in half. So 3 and 3, and I will be right back. There's 6 threads, and when you go like this, you're pulling 3 and 3. I'll be right back. Split that, and I'll probably only need one for this project. And the variegation on this one, it looks to be kind of, it's very subtle. Like, it doesn't go super dark blue, but it is kind of quick-ish. So that's always good. Let me get this guy, I guess. Oh my gosh, I can probably just toss that little piece of thread that's left from the other day. This piece. You can't really do anything with it. I mean, it's kind of difficult. I know with friendship bracelets, people will do like these little, like, leftover piece kind of bracelets. And they're like shaggy at the ends. I don't know how to explain it. You just kind of incorporate it. So that's something to think about, but I'd rather just get rid of that. Okay. Super easy, just like we've been doing for this one. Why don't we just do tons of French knots? So I'm going to do this. Obviously, I'm going to go around and not let that pull through. I'm just going to go up and down, all around. Just like we've been doing with a lot of these kinds of things that have like a little star or like a starburst here. I'm going around and around and around. I do kind of like the idea of letting the color peek out from these dots though. I might still leave it. I don't know. So we're just going to go all around, right? That design, like I said, it goes around and around and around. And when I come back to the middle, I'll stop there and get back with you guys. So my neighbor's gardener is here, but I got to the end of this and I waited and I'm like, I got to keep going. So this is the very last one, but we're going to do our French knot. Now this is a really big hole, so if you did the 6 threads, I think it would be just fine. You wouldn't have any problem with that. But because of that, I'm going to make a bigger French knot. So what I'm going to do is come up into the center, right? We just finished. Oopsie. See, I mean, the hole's really big. So I'm going to come up through there. And this time I'm going to do a 3 twirl, swirl, I don't know what you want to call it, round French knot. So basically I'm holding this in my left hand. I'm going to take this guy in front of my needle, wrap it around 1, 2, 3 this time, okay? I've been doing 2 mostly. Oh, let's do it again. Okay, so you should have like 3 little wraps. And then bring it back close to the center. And bring this down, because if you let it go, it's going to unravel and it's not going to look great. But bring it close to the center. You're pulling that thread that you have on your needle down. And then go back through that hole. So I'm holding this, holding everything. We don't want just to let it unravel. And as you pull through again, like I say, don't pull super, super tight when you get to the end, because you don't want it to make a really tight knot. You just want a nice, soft French knot. Okay? So there's that one. And then I can finish it off in the back, and that'll actually help just finish it off. I really like the way it looks, and then hold everything in. Now, I mean, I can make a knot if I wanted to. Or what I've been doing recently is just weaving it, because we're going to glue it down anyway. And that'll just stay down because of the glue. And so I will move on to the top ones. And again, we can do those French knots everywhere. So I was thinking about doing them in these spaces. Oh my gosh. Sorry if that went out of... what's the word? If it got blurry at all. Again, if I had known that you're supposed to kind of leave those, I probably would have gone with a lighter background felt. So I think I'm going to do French knots, because you can't really see it anyway, right? So might as well. So with these other ones, I'm just going to start at the top. Same thing at the bottom. It's just making like that star kind of, or half starburst. So we're going to go into the middle here. And you can go up to the center, then left, 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 or however you want. If you want to go here, and then here, and then here. It just gives a different look. So if I start here in the center, oopsie. And I'm just holding this upside down for you guys. Up here, I go back to the middle. And now this time I'll go to the one on the left. And then I'll go back to the middle and go to the one on the right. This is going to be really quick, so I guess we'll just do it together. It's the same thing at the bottom point, okay? You have this little guy, and this one only has 4. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I probably won't show that on video because it's pretty self-explanatory. So I did the one on the right, I'm going to do the one on the left. So these subtle differences you can tell when you're stitching up at the end. It looks different than if I was just to start here and go across this way or however. So it's just something to think about. Even when you're making your little bursts like this. But we did cover that center point, so there you go. And then one more French knot, and I think on this one I can just do a 2 round or whatever. So if I'm holding it here again, 1 around, 2 around, hold it, go right back through that point, just holding that so it doesn't unravel, and pulling through. And there's another cute little French knot. And then I'll tie it off back here. Like I said, I've been kind of just letting it do its thing like that. We'll cut this little excess from the other one because we don't want that sticking out. I'll do this one the same thing. Come here, go to the middle, to the other one, to the other side. And if we want to do French knots all around, we're going to take some care for that. So, let's just go to this one. And I'll just come up, and again, 2 or 3 rounds. 1, 2, I think 2 is good. I'm going to leave it very floofy though, because it is a good size hole. So I'm going to hold that. Oops, see, it's already wanting to come apart. We don't want that. Hold that, pull through. Okay, and I'm going to leave it kind of floofy. We'll get rid of this in a minute. So now I'll go to the next one. Okay, and French knot. Same size, so 1, 2, go back down the center, hold that down, doesn't undo, and I'll just go across this whole thing, throw that away, making my little French knots. Okay, cute. Go to the next one, and then I'll do my last one and finish it off in the back, and then I'll do 2 more here. So 1 French knot there, 1 French knot there, and then our stitching here. Just finished that last French knot, and the back looks pretty crazy, but that's okay. We're going to glue all that down. And I've been using Bacon 3-in-1, and I actually do have a link for you guys if you're wanting to check that out in the description box for that too. But like I said, you can probably pick it up at your local craft store. I don't like the way this, so I'm just kind of taking that apart a little bit. It was too much knot in this back part. And since we're gluing things down, I'm not super afraid of that. So okay, cute. I like the addition of those little French knots everywhere. Just kicks up your project a little bit. I mean, we could have done that with a different color. You don't have to stick with the same thread just because we started with that. I mean, there's lots of fun things we can do. Okay, so and this is very easy, and all my cards have been the same. Like I said, on day 1 is where I really showed you what I did on those, so I'm gonna have some music, a little fast forwarding, and when we get to that part. But basically, like I said, I was going to put this... Ooh, you know what? We kind of want to know where that's going to be, don't we? Well, let's just leave this here. I'm not pushing anything down quite yet. And if this is out here, it kind of needs to be at the very top. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here right now because I can manipulate this still. And we can kind of have a better idea where this is going to go. Since I put that little French knot, it's kind of bumped up in the way there. So let's bring this out. Perfect. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna hold that together. We're just gonna add that on top, and that is our little ornament. Okay, so like I said, when we do the card, I'll have music and you guys can check that out. But I'll be right back so we can put this top on. So I'm gonna put glue on this and on the little circle, and again, that's just there to reinforce this other piece. But that works out real well. So cute. Oh my goodness. Straighten that guy out. And I'm just going to hold those 2 together. And I'll be right back, guys. I mean, gorgeous. It's a nice size. 1, 2, 3, just over 3 inches, I would say. And about 1 3/4 inches wide at the deepest, widest point. Really pretty, really sturdy. It feels really nice. So we do have the silver, and one thing I haven't used in these videos is like the silver or the gold that comes in the add-on kit. So I think what I want to do is mount that on silver paper, but I can't really stamp on this. I mean, I guess you could. I'm just not gonna, but you can use like stays on or maybe even heat set it. I don't know how this is gonna react with that, so let's not do that. But what I think, oh, there's another thing too. In the other videos, I've been using like the little crystals on one of my other ornaments. You can pop those in the very center. You could pop those in those little holes. I mean, lots of fun things to do with this. Also comes with pearls. But what I think I'm going to do is use the smaller die like we've been doing. So this guy, but cut it out with the silver. Not cut out with the silver, but yeah, cut it out of silver paper, so that medium-sized one. The larger one I'll still cut from some paper that coordinates with it, so we'll see what that would be. From the Handmade Holidays kit. And then we have this little tag die, and I haven't used that yet. That comes in, they've been doing that recently, Spellbinders, with all their like layering dies. The smallest one is like a tag. So maybe that's where I do my stamping, possibly, because I don't know what these, you know, I don't know if any of these will fit there. Well, Peace, Love, Joy would fit. I mean, you know, I'm just looking at it because it only has this space, really, because obviously you're going to have this. So let's do Peace, Love, and Joy, and that'll be working. That'll work, or that'll be good. I don't know what I was going to say. And then I'll go through my handmade holidays like I've been doing. Like I said, I ran out of A2 size card bases, so I've been trimming down the 5x7 cards in there because I don't really use 5x7 card bases. I don't really make 5x7, so I just cut this down to 5.5, 4.25 wide. And then I'll choose a paper. So, like I said, I usually have music over that, but I'm just kind of walking you guys through what I was thinking. So I will be right back. So I was just kind of playing with this because I'm like, wasn't going to put it here. Am I going to put it like here, somewhere cute? I don't know, it looks cute everywhere. But I was also thinking for the twine, why don't we use our leftover embroidery floss? And I'm just going to put a bow on that. So just, you know, down the middle here. And just tie a little something. This is very small and thin. So let's... Oopsie, let's get that over here, and that can go through there. That'd be great. Oh my gosh. It's so thin. Okay. I'm going to have to loosen this up because otherwise I'm going to lose my threads here. Lose that one, loosen that one. Okay. If you want to. Obviously you don't have to do that. Or just grab a whole, you know, 6 thread floss, be thicker. That's cute. Oopsie. That is not good. Let's fix that. Let me get this loop back where I want it. I'll be right back. I just pulled it too tight. For whatever reason, my scissor didn't cut. I'll be right back. There's essentially 3 individual threads, you know, so for whatever reason my scissor pulled that one and made it into a weird little lump. I don't know why I didn't just cut it. Let's try that again. There we go, and I'm holding it. Okay, so it did look nicer before I had that little oopsie with my scissors, but what are you gonna do? Still kind of arranging that. Okay, this video is not about that, so who cares? I'll fix it in a moment. But let's put that there. I'm just gonna glue it like right here. I was gonna put it sideways and be cute, but you know what? I like the way it looks here. So I'm going to hold that down because this is slippery stuff. It does not like glue to dry on it. And then we'll have this guy here to mount that up. So your recipient receives their little ornament, right? And so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so there is our card, day 10. Really sweet. Again, I just tried to pop more silver in there and I thought, oh, I haven't used that silver paper. So just mixing and matching at this point. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm trying to make it a little kitschy, a little like old school Christmas, like maybe 70s, like the colors are unexpected and kind of weird, but that's kind of what I was going for this whole time. So anyway, thanks for watching guys. I'll have images coming up, I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.